for the thing that you don't understand. You got no fear of the underdog. That's why you will not survive.
Welcome to Talking Tier 1. I'm Tony Scott. Thank you for tuning in to today's show. In studio today, Peter Rodney. How you doing, Peter?
I'm super. How are you?
Oh, I couldn't be better. We got a new sponsor on the show this week, Mueller High Performance Hockey Tape. Let's hear about it. What is it?
Well, high performance hockey tape from Mueller is the secret sauce for mind-blowing dangles, laser-sharp passing, and sniper-accurate shots. Compared to traditional cloth tape, Mueller hockey tape is 15% lighter and 25% thinner for better handling, passing, scoring. Plus, it's 35% stronger. Mueller High Performance Hockey Tape. Ask for it at your favorite pro shop.
I was just at General Sports, and they do have Mueller tape there. They got Mueller water bottles. They got little Mueller stuff, so check it out at General Sports or any great hockey shop here in the Twin Cities. I got to tell you, I've been using Mueller tape for years. I think it's awesome, and I never made the connection between the Mueller tape and the Mueller water bottles. But they're awesome. Now, remember the ones back when I was playing, they were red with the white little straw thing on them. Now they're going high-tech with the squeeze bottle.
Oh, Mueller water bottles, 25% colder water.
It is. It's awesome. Like that. All right, let's go. Let's start off talking a little Tier 1. U16, and we'll go all the way down to the 05 minors, and then we got a little 01 action heading into the NTDP invites. So let's start off the U16s, where we find a lot of those 01s. What's going on there, Peter?
Well, the 01s, the U16s, Shattuck. Can anybody beat Shattuck?
No, apparently not last weekend, because Omaha went 0-2-1 against them.
They did. Shattuck continues to roll. They're still number one, I believe, in our rankings. CompuWare takes down Honey Baked on January 29th to end a 3-game losing streak. Keep an eye on the boys from Honey Baked. Mm-hmm. And another team to keep an eye on is going to be Selects Academy out of Connecticut.
They won now?
11.
11 in a row. That's
11.
Awesome.
We're close to a Connecticut dozen.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. All right, what's going on at 02's Major Bantams?
Welcome to the top 5. The Westchester Express. Well done. 3 straight wins. They enter our top 5 rankings this week.
That's amazing. You know, just to bust into the top 10 is something for a team that's not Honey Baked or not, you know, whatever, Shattuck or Little Caesars. To hear a name like Westchester, it's refreshing just to have them.
It's nice to have some fresh blood in here.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Mission still number 1. Speaking of old blood, the Windy City Wonders continue to roll. But another team that you should keep an eye on is the Washington Lil Caps. What happened with the Washington Lil Caps, Tony?
I think they won the Super Series tournament out at Penn State.
They did.
A couple of nice performances. Are both these kids, Tyler Mercier and Farrell Din, are they Little Caps guys, or are those just the leading scorers?
Those are Lil Caps guys.
Yeah, hats off to them for, you know, the MD.
Certainly a happy valley for the Washington Little Caps.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I like that. I like
slick.
that. Nice. All right, 03s. Let me guess. I don't even have to look at the board.
Okay.
I'm guessing we're going to hear about either the LA Junior Kings, Honey Baked, or Chicago Mission.
Psych!
Not
It's
all of
going to
them?
be Little Caesars.
What?
Little Caesars
No
heading
way.
off the
Turn
board.
the tape off. It can't be possible.
Well, I guess you could
All
say they
year
are
we've
the
talked about
kings.
those 3 teams.
The kings of the Motor City. Back-to-back wins over CompuWare and Honey Baked. They also pulled off wins over the Chicago Young Americans, Team Illinois, and they tied Bell Tire. So Little Caesars, pizza, gosh darn it.
Gotta like that. Gotta like that.
Mission's still number 1, though.
Oh.
So you got one.
We couldn't go a show without talking to one of those.
Well, they went 4-0 this weekend, and they swept their Michigan opponents, and they've outscored opponents 301 to 66.
If you do the light math on that, you don't need a calculator. It's basically beating all their opponents 5-1. That's rough.
How is
That's
it even
rough.
fun anymore?
I know. All right, now Major Pee-wees. This is a big time of year for Major Pee-wees. We'll talk about this a little later in the show. But
Yep, not a huge change at the top of the Major Pee-wees. Honey Baked goes 6-0 in Royal Park over the weekend.
all HPHL stuff.
Oh yeah, but I don't think Honey Baked has lost in at least 3 months.
No, it's been a while. It's
Yikes.
been a while. So I see Team Maryland went 5-0-1, right?
They did. They are climbing. We should see Team Maryland maybe on the periphery of the rankings within the next week or 2.
Okay, so did you happen to see my tweet with their Quebec uniforms?
You tweet a lot.
Did you see it?
No.
Oh my God! It was
Gnarly?
unbelievable. they put the Maryland basketball and college football uniforms to shame.
So there's a turtle on.
Oh, there's a turtle. Is there for sure is a turtle, but there's a turtle with a flag, the yellow Maryland flag, checker flag thing in there. There's checkers all over it. It was amazing. And, we don't do a lot of Tier 1 tweeting on our Minnesota-based hockey website. I could not resist. It was amazing. Hats off to Maryland. And we'll get into the Quebec thing here in a minute.
But would you call that jersey Terp-mendous?
Oh, it was tremendous.
Don't let the pun guns get you.
All right, now we'll go back to 04s in just a minute and talk a little bit Quebec action. Let's finish with the 05s and we'll make a little prediction on
the
Quebec.
Philly Little Flyers fell out of their top spot a couple of weeks ago. That was the big news. They lost to Honey Bake, but it looks like they'll be okay. They beat the 05 version of Team Maryland 3 times over the weekend, outscoring our Terp friends 25-3.
Yeah.
So Philly Little, all's good in the city of brotherly love.
All right, so some team from Boston came on. Minuteman, what did they do?
Marlboro.
Yeah.
Let's get technical. Minuteman Flames Elite. They lost 5-4 and they tied 3-3, which doesn't sound particularly impressive.
No, but it is.
But they did it against the Mid-Fairfield Junior Rangers, one of the top 05 teams in the country.
Easily. I agree with that. All right, so now we've wrapped up kind of a little overview of what's going on in Tier 1 from 16s down to minor peewees. Let's make a little prediction on, or maybe a little wager on what's going to happen in Quebec next week. It all gets started next week. It's a long process. It's a 10-day deal, actually. So we'll be actually back in 2 weeks on Talking Tier 1, making our final predictions on Quebec. And if we're lucky enough, you might be in Quebec. So
leaving on a jet plane.
Yes, we will. So one way or the other, we'll be covering Quebec, whether it's remotely or actually on the ground. So one way or the other, we'll have some good coverage on the Quebec Tournoi International, if that's my bad French. Okay, so we're going to make our picks. Who's going to win? We always have these field versus a particular team bet. In this particular case, I think the favorite, I would say not prohibitive favorite, but I'd say the favorite for the tournament, no one could argue, is going to be Honey Baked 04. So, Peter, I offer you can have the field or you can have Honey Baked. Which is it?
I got to go with the kids that I've seen. I'm taking Honey Baked over the field. You heard it here first.
Okay, so our last time we did this, you took Maple Grove to win the Squirtacular. How'd that turn out for you?
Not great.
Lost in the quarters.
And I had several people remind me.
Yes, you were reminded.
All I wanted was a pretzel.
Well, just so you know, you non-Minnesotans, they hadn't lost the tournament ever, so in 5 years. So it was a pretty good bet, and they were number 1 going into the tournament, undefeated. So, and they got beat in a shootout. So it's not like you were too far off.
That's true.
All right, switching gears to 01s, we published an article this week on the Minnesota 01s. Okay, kids like Grant Silanoff and Caden Bolson and those types of kids, and prognosticating over whether they would be invited to the tryout in end of March, and then prognosticating whether they would actually be invited to the program. Each year, Minnesotans will garner 10 invites to the event. I got it at 9. I don't think it'll be any more than 9 this year. And I have probably only 2 or 3 Minnesotans. Every year, 3 make it seems. Last year, 6 were invited, only 4 accepted. Let's talk a little bit about the Tier 1 kids that we've seen in Tier 1. They might not necessarily be Tier 1. For example, Jack Hughes is not playing Tier 1 in the U.S. He's playing for the Marlies up in Toronto.
Still a prospect to keep an eye on, though.
Yeah, I think if he'd be one that the National Development Program is probably heavily recruiting. He's probably the number 1 draft pick in the OHL. Another kid that was a really, really high draft pick, technically from Bettendorf, Iowa, plays for the Chicago Mission, is Luke Toporowski. He would be a great get for the program. I don't think either one of those two end up in Ann Arbor, but if they did, it's a huge, huge get for those ones.
Absolutely.
Talk about the other ones, besides those two, those are like,
Toporowski's mission teammate, Alex Turcotte, will be another kid that should garner an invite. A couple of Shattuck, St. Mary's kids, Robert Mastrosimone. Is that how okay, that's what we're going to go with. And Cam York. Would be 2 Shattuck kids that should get an invite. York committed to BC and Mastrosimone committed to BU. It looks
I like the beefy kid from New Jersey, Marshall Warren. He's a Harvard commit. He is just too hard to stand. He's too hard to stop. He's a New Jersey Avalanche kid. I think he's one of those that you just cannot keep off the team. Kind of like Bodie Wild. You just couldn't keep him off the team last year.
Absolutely.
You know, there's just a few of these kids you just have to take, right? And these are the 5 or 6 that I think you're going to have to take. Who's the goaltender you think they're going to take?
6'4" Spencer Knight.
Yeah, that's
they like their tall goalies out in Ann Arbor.
They like them big. You know, Ryan Newland and Keegan
Karki, they both exceed 6'2".
And they're both talented, just like
Absolutely.
Knight. I think that's a good pick.
One more name we shouldn't leave off.
Yeah.
Honey Baked Michael Mancinelli, committed to North Dakota.
I thought he was CompuWare.
Nope, he's Honey Baked. We saw him play for CompuWare. We saw him 2 years ago at Chicago.
I do know who you are, but I forgot he moved. Sorry, I'm sorry.
He's got a big frame for a kid his age. He looks like he could still grow a little bit, and he's got great hands.
Yeah, you know what? If you're a North Dakota commit under 10th grade, they're really serious.
They know what they're doing in Grand Forks.
Exactly. All right, any game pucks to hand out before we sign off?
We do have a game puck. We have a game puck that's going to go out to all the teams preparing for the Quebec tournament this weekend. It's one of the biggest tournaments in North America. It's spawned a lot of careers of future professional players. So remember to have fun and good luck.
I like that. I like that a lot. I agree with that game puck. It's going to be fun. We're going to be following this as close as we possibly can, whether we're actually on the ice or on the ground in Quebec City, or if we actually follow it remotely, we're going to be following it closely. So good luck to all the teams. In my case, good luck to the field. Not so much good luck to Honey Baked, because we put a lot on these bets. So you name it. So for Peter Odney, I'm Tony Scott. You're talking Tier 1 with us.